Happy Friday to all my sisters out there. Thanks for tuning in to Wind Down Friday. I'm your girl, Author Erica. I have my fabulous co-host on with me, Author Kim. And today, as you all know, it's the month of February, Black History Month.
Yes.
And we want to celebrate in Black History Month. We want to celebrate all our Black queens and
Yes.
everything that they're doing as far as their business and what's going on with them. So today we have our special guest. That's one of our Black queens that we're gonna feature is Esha.
Esha. With
I did it right. I said it right, Esha.
yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we have our sister Esha here. Well, she's not no guest no more. Once she crossed the door, she's no more guest. So she's she family sister, cousin, long lost
My
cousin,
shoes
whatever.
sitting on the couch.
Yes.
She
Yes.
made a mistake and sit down on the couch, and that's just what it is. So we gonna get into this show. We want to know, Esha, tell us about your business, tell us about yourself, and we gonna give the floor to you and let's go with it.
Let's go. I'm excited.
So, hey, y'all. My name is Esha. I am the CEO and founder of Eyecandyadorments. We make waist beads, well, mainly imported and make waist beads that come from Africa. So we get it straight from the motherland.
Come on, girl.
And we just help women feel better about themselves, look better when they're in the mirror. It's just a whole experience. So that's definitely my goal and my mission. And we've been doing it for about 3 years now. We've been in business. 4 years will be in June. And from day one, that's just always been it for me. And it becomes more than just the waist beads at times. I talk to so many amazing women in my DMs that are just trying to find themselves and fall in love with themselves again. So it's more than just going to the website and buying something. You have me, you have a cheerleader, which is, I just say the craziest things in my DMs. When women tell me something, I'm like, taking them the other direction. Like, don't see it the negative way. So it's a lot of fun. I love it.
So tell us more about your company.
I got something. Just saying, I got something.
Yes. So we started with just waist beads in the beginning, waist beads and more so the bracelets. But then over the years, we started to branch out into other adornments and other things that women love to adorn themselves with, the things that help them feel better. But our primary thing will always be waist beads. That will always be our number one. We started with the waist beads and the bracelets from day one, and then it was more so just helping women. Really, that's just always been the focus and will always be the focus, helping women, like I mentioned earlier. Now we are starting to add more into our lineup. So now we're dipping into body butters. We're helping with writing now, because we noticed when we did a survey back before the year ended last year, was that more women are starting to write more. So even if it's not to a loved one, they're writing to themselves to appreciate themselves. So now we're starting to include journal prompts. And we'll be dipping into other things throughout the year and going forward, just to stay within that realm, just to help women. So now we're trying to expand beyond waist beads of that physical image. We want to help what's on the inside to help change that. And it's all with mindset. And for some people, mindset is more than just a thought. You have to have like a physical something that helps get you there. Whether it's like an object or an item or something that you look at every day that helps change your mindset. So that's where we're kind of shifting into now, is learning. So I ask, you've probably seen, Kim, where I post like different questions on Instagram, just to see where a lot of my followers are at. What are the things that interest them? What are the things that make them feel better about themselves? Not only as a reflection, because that is reflecting when you ask, or when I ask the question, what is your favorite body part? Or when I ask those questions, it makes you think like, wow, what is it that I do truly love about myself? But that also helps me to understand the women that are in my community that do purchase, that do frequent my website, to understand the things that make them feel better.
I totally agree with that. I like everything about it. I discovered Esha, I think on Facebook. I got one of those, what is it, the sponsor things, and your
And
name
man,
popped up, and I said, "Eye candy, what's some eye candy? Let me see what this candy is, girl." So then I went on, and then I found you on Instagram, and I'm like, and I've been following you. You know, you start out as they say a lurker, so I was lurking, and
right,
then I was like, I'm seeing what like the colors that you have is very vibrant and very pretty. So it's like, okay, I could do it. So I went on here to order me some waist beads, and yeah, and I've been in love ever since. You know, because it's definitely making me stay within this frame. Okay, if I stop eating that donut, these are gonna roll down a little further. Yeah, that's my story.
right, right. And it's so beautiful and magical to see that difference. Even if you're not on a weight loss journey or any type of anything, it just makes you feel good to look like. Think about like if you look in the mirror 2 months ago and you saw those same waist beads and they probably was sitting up high or sitting down low, and then
Mhm.
you look 2 3 months later and you're like, oh wait, why is this one up here?
Right, right.
Okay, I've been
Mhm.
doing a little bit too much eating what I shouldn't have,
Mhm.
or I might be bloated. Maybe something is really wrong with me. And I have a lot of customers that have actually came back and said, oh my gosh, wearing your waist beads, I found out that I had these internal issues like
Mhm.
actual IBS or,
Yep.
other issues that had caused their stomachs to get bigger and they didn't even know. They thought it was just overeating.
Mhm.
So it's something so dainty and inexpensive that goes a long way.
It
A
does.
whole,
Oh, it
it's
does.
so much behind it besides just the culture of it, where they come
Mhm.
from, how they're
Mhm.
made, the
Mhm.
people that make it. I have real Kenyans that make our waist beads, amazing group of people.
Mhm.
um just so much behind it. It's I love it.
Mhm.
So what are some of the pros and cons have you dealt with as being a businesswoman?
um Pros and cons, I would say my biggest thing is my customer service. So people will try to come to me and speak anyhow. You might get angry, upset about something when you purchase something online. It may not be what you expect,
Mhm.
or an issue might happen. Like the biggest thing right now is the whole USPS thing, with shipping delays, and people will feel like they would message me or email me or whatever, and they would think that I would try to, or I would meet them where they're at with their frustration.
Mhm.
And my response is never, never in a negative way. And I think that's like the biggest thing for me. That's not just for myself, that's also for my customers. So to me,
Mhm.
like, I think that's the best part of it, is because I meet all these people, all these women, and if there's an issue, I fix it or I give them a resolution, and it's never at
Mhm.
the level that they come to me at. And I think the cons really is the stuff that we can't control, right? Like I said, the post office with
Mhm.
shipping,
Mhm.
and that's not just shipping to customers, that's getting inventory in, when
Mhm.
there's delays and stuff like that. I can't control that. But it's definitely a learning experience every day. Every day
Mhm.
we deal with something new. The worst part about it right now is trying to get in tune with this whole Instagram thing and posting pictures, videos,
Girl.
reels. That's
Yes.
that's the part that I hate. I wish I can just like have all the customers just come without having to do all that
Right,
Right.
craziness.
and that's
Right.
that's because of us going through the pandemic. That's just like a lot of females, a lot of ladies that's doing work online. What their business. They talk about. I had one girl that she does business. She never did anything online, but when the pandemic is, she had to
Had to.
master the internet because the internet is basically another era, another way that you can promote your business. So in turn, with our business, we have to master being out and master being online because we none wasn't expecting this whole pandemic thing, so everybody's stuck at home. So now you have to figure out a way to get everything going as far as this mastering this internet kind of thing. So I know that have been a lot of problems that a lot of ladies have been facing trying to master this internet because they used to being out going to pop-up shops or doing
Yes.
some ladies have storefronts that they can't even much go in. So I find that that's a big old thing for a lot of ladies with their business that they never thought we would be sitting home And I mean, we literally now to this day still in February of 2021, we home. Some of
Still.
us are still
Yes.
home on lockdown, so that can be, that can be a hassle. For
Right.
myself, as far as doing things, being out and about was my problem because I was always online. So I had to master being out, had
The
the
opposite.
transition of going out and people knowing who I am. So I could understand that, just trying to figure it all out, especially with this internet, because internet changed day to day. You know,
Yes.
everything evolves so quick. We have these youngsters that's coming behind us, and they just turning it in. They just turning it out. So we have to keep up
Yes.
every day. We have to
Yes.
keep up with trying to figure out what the algorithm and all of that other crap is. Like, we got to figure all that out, which can be a headache at times. Because me and
Yes.
Kim was like, "What is the algorithm? What the hell is that? What is like?"
What do I do with it?
Yeah, how I find
So
that?
my thing was when I started, I was on Etsy. That was primarily where I hosted my business. So on Etsy, it's a platform like Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people still don't know about Etsy. It's amazing, but I had all my products on Etsy, so they brought in all my customers to me. So in the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is dope!" Like I had all these orders just coming in. I didn't have to do anything. Then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, I think when the whole pandemic, more people went to Etsy
Mm-hmm.
because all these people started businesses at that
Mm-hmm.
time because they were home. So then
Mm-hmm.
I fell on Etsy. So then I'm like, oh great, I've been in business for at the time almost 3 years. I'm like, Etsy was my source. Like orders would come in
Mm-hmm.
and every day we were fulfilling it. Now all of a sudden I have to go back to the drawing board. And that's how I had to start going into the whole Instagram, trying to figure it all out. So this is
Hmm.
what 6 months for me that I've been going hard on social media, like trying to figure out what works and don't work. And it is a pain. Just this morning, we're trying to do a
It
reel
is.
and we're like, okay, what are we doing this time? Because you got to keep doing new things to keep
Yeah.
people engaged.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Mhm.
a mess.
It is
It
hard.
It
is.
really is.
I still ain't got it down. I have no idea.
It is. So my question, I always ask people, ladies that come on, like, where did you get your name for your company from? I hear a lot of
Oh,
interesting names and like eye candy. Like, where you get that from? How you came up with that idea?
I think it more so was colors for me. That was what intrigued me in the beginning was colors. Just the thing that colors do for you, the whole thing
Mm-hmm.
behind color psychology. That is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think eye candy just came from that. Just looking at like, is this not eye candy? Like
Right.
that's what it is. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
colorful, it's bright,
It
it
is.
grabs your
Yes.
attention. Everywhere I
It
go,
does.
you're like, oh, where you get your braces from? Like it's that eye catcher. It's that
Mm-hmm.
theme. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's just kind of where it came from. And the word adornments, obviously, it's it's something that adorns you, that
Mm-hmm.
adds to you. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not doing the opposite. We're making ourselves feel beautiful by adding something. So
Mm-hmm.
that was
I
my
like
biggest
that.
thing.
I like
That's
that.
dope. You
Yeah.
have
I like
anything
that.
co-host or
What? I
Huh?
do like that. I just want to hear it talk because this is interesting to me.
so how and you say
I'm so excited about it.
you do all of your stuff. How is it working international? Because you say you get stuff from overseas.
Yes. So every
How is that
it's
like? How
about
is that working? How is that working? Like doing international, working international, have a company working for you international. How is that? Is that a hard situation, or was that easy to make that connect, or it took you a while to get that connect going? Working
it actually
international.
was easy. When I found my plug, I found her easily, and she is just the most amazing person. She, even through the pandemic, I've been working with her for about a year and a half now. Even through the pandemic, with delays with DHL coming from over there and our time difference, like we talk every day.
Mm-hmm.
Her messages come through in the middle of the night. First thing in the morning, I respond back. On the weekends, we will just be going back and forth because I'm up.
Yeah.
But she's just amazing. Like because of everything, I think with her communication and my communication, both of our spirits just mesh so that even if there are issues, I think the issues more so come from me. I don't know. I I feel like I have bad luck sometimes. So it's like I put in an order and then something will happen. Something weird happens, or like, and she's just always understanding. Or like if she tells me she needs me to do something for her, and I'll forget, and then she just, no problem, Esha. Don't worry about it. I got it. Or like, it's just amazing. I'm so grateful for her. That's why I said Waist Beads will always be at the top for Eyecandyadorments, because I don't want to lose that connection from her, and also what they do for my customers and how my customers feel. That's not going anywhere. Even other vendors that I work with now that are also in Africa and other countries, and the ones that I have here in the States, we all have amazing connections. We sit on FaceTime sometimes and just talk. It's definitely about building that connection.
Relationship,
because we're making each other money. We're working for each other. I need you, you need me. So it's, I love it. I'm so grateful for the team that I have, the people that I work with. I can't ask for anything better, really.
Do y'all have any? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that was amazing.
How is the communication as far as everybody language is different? How is that working? Is that something that you had any problems with? Because I know they may speak a different language than us, and have the communication been bad or good?
Oh no, we all English. Sometimes she sends me messages longer than what I send her, and I don't even understand how she does it. But sometimes, like, she'll send me paragraphs and she writes them out. Sometimes, like, if I ask for help for something, she'll send me pictures of her notes, and I'm like, oh, okay. I've never asked her anything about language or anything. I just know that sis is on point. The only issue that we have is dates, because they write their dates backwards. So me and her have gotten into it so many times, because she'll write a date and I'll transpose it the wrong thing. She's like, no, I meant. I'm like,
that's
the only issue I have.
Interesting to know. I didn't know that they wrote their dates backwards. Is it backwards?
Yeah, so like November, like, okay, so if you want to write the date November 1st, they would write it 1/11/2021.
Oh, okay.
But
I
would see it the opposite. Well, we all would see it the opposite.
So they'll put the date first, then the month, then the year.
The date, then the month, then the year. There you go. That's what it is.
Oh,
so that's
not. I mean, that's not even different, because you have some people down here in the United States that does that. I have seen that different people will write it different ways. So
I've never seen it.
I have wrote it out, like the number. So I'll do like 1 NOV, then the year. I've done that before. But to have it like that with the slashes in there, that throws me off completely.
Yeah, that would throw me too.
Anytime she writes a date down, I have to make sure I switch it on my end.
Rearrange, be like, well, okay. But and then get caught up, because if she's doing June 6th, that'll catch you up too, because it's like 6/6, So it's,
okay.
Yeah.
Look, so message me at that time and let me know how I'm doing. Because I know she's gonna get mad at me.
So we talking about the whole working together as sisters, and and we talk about sisterhood a lot. How is that? Because I know for some sisterhoods, the sisterhood thing is what we trying to conquer right now, and we trying to bring everything together. Having that relationship with her as another sister, how is that relationship with you guys, as that, because that is sisterhood that y'all have going on? How is that relationship?
It's amazing. She is so encouraging. She's my main vendor.
Okay.
All the other ones, like, we talk briefly, but she's my main person. And she is so encouraging as a sister, honestly. I've never met her personally, not yet. Before the pandemic, we were supposed to make the trip out there. We couldn't do it last year. But hopefully this year or next year, we'll be able to go make that trip. But she's just so encouraging as a sister. Like, I can tell her anything. If I'm hitting a pitfall and I got something going on, I tell her in confidence, and she's okay with it, and she understands. And she's even made goals for me. She's like, one day I'm going to take over your business and you're going to just be on vacation, or you're going to come over here and hang out overseas. Like, she is just amazing, and she's supportive. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that so much. I can't wait to be with her to actually lock arms and like I
Right.
probably will just cry my eyes
Right.
out because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you done made me so much money. I
Yeah.
found you out of
Right.
nowhere. I've helped you and your family financially as well because you know the
Mm-hmm.
money over there is nothing compared to what we gain over here. So it's just
Right.
I can't wait for that because
Right.
she's amazing. I love her connection. I have another vendor that I use over there as well in Ghana. We're still kind of getting to know each other, but she's also a sweetheart as well. Like if I do ask her something or say something, so I love those connections. Even my vendors here, there I have nothing against them. One of them, anytime she gets new inventory, she call me on FaceTime, sis, look what we got. Like this is what we're working with
Mm-hmm.
this time. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. Just to have
Mm-hmm.
an amazing circle of people that we all can work with each other.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a
See.
fall somewhere, we can always pick up. If I can't pay, hey, they still send it to me. We have good faith. Like it
That's
works
Mm-hmm.
good.
every time. And I love that.
Mm-hmm. And that's hard to find these days, you know. And I would say that's where I've struggled with trying to find people, I guess, in my area that wants to help, or if they help, you know, how much of a fee is that for you to help?
Exactly. Because somebody
It's
always wants something and they always want to underhand you.
all the time, and I'm just like, you know, we get, you know, discouraged sometimes because all we're here is trying to help people. You know, I have a nonprofit for, you know, domestic violence. So the purpose came into because that's another way of bringing in funding for Equality Day Foundation. And then we also, you know, make bracelets to give to survivors, every survivor that I deal with pretty much. So that's kind of how that started there. But then trying to find, you know, the right people, let's say that's willing to help you and not
Right.
hinder you along the way has
I love
been, you
that.
know, a struggle. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I've never met Erica. I don't know. I can't even tell you how we started talking. I have no idea. I don't really remember. I know I did a podcast with her, and then we just started talking, and then next thing you know, here we are today. We talk every day, all day, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Leave me alone. Let me go to the bathroom.
That is so dope because y'all connection, y'all can just y'all seem like y'all knew each other and just separated or that's dope. I love that. That is
She's in
amazing.
Louisiana and I'm in Texas.
I'm in New
And nothing
Orleans,
there.
girl.
Excuse me. Sorry. Ain't
New
the
Orleans
same
ain't
thing.
Louisiana.
I
Ain't the
am in New
same
Orleans,
thing.
baby, far from Louisville.
Oh Lord,
I
excuse
love it.
I am the Big Easy baby. So
the big what?
the Big Easy baby, and that's what they call New Orleans, the Big Easy.
I don't know. See,
Okay.
I'm not never been
That's
there,
why you
so I
need to
don't know.
move on down here. Come
I
on.
can't wait to visit.
Come on
That's
down
that's
to New Orleans.
that's
Come
definitely
on
a
out.
trip I want
The
to
song
take.
is "Come on down to the Big Easy," so you need to come on down to the Big.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Her.
Well, there we go, Kim. We got to make a
Yes,
trip out there.
yes. We need to make a trip. Yes, sounds like
We
we
got to
need
see
to
what
do
she
that.
talking
I
about.
mean,
Yes.
I was telling her about second lines, and I know you probably haven't heard about second. The girl asked me what a first line is. It's no
Hey.
first line. It's second
Oh.
lines. I had to give
Mhm.
her a whole video, Esha, about a second line. It's no first line.
I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody heard of it. And she was like, "Well, what happened to the first line? It's no first line. It's the second line. That's what it's called."
But
If
see,
you
So
the
didn't
first
ours,
one.
I'm West Indian, so we have your culture is similar to ours.
know,
Oh,
So
okay.
with the bands and the music and the parades, like that's all we do as well. So
Oh, okay.
I'm not familiar with the band setup, but I do know we all fall in that scene with the dancing in the streets, and that's our carnival.
have y'all
So
y'all have Mardi Gras Indians and all that?
we don't have that. We have different names for them though. Um,
Okay.
we don't have the Mardi Gras, but ours is carnival. So we have like each state or each country has carnival like at least once a month. Every
Right.
month is somebody's parade. Like
Mm-hmm.
Miami, our carnival is in October. Um, and it's a big deal, just like y'all, like party all weekend, celebrate, people wear costumes, dance in the streets, parties.
Mm-hmm.
We have Juve. I think you guys have Juve. You
Juve?
heard of that? Juve?
Juve?
No?
Yeah, we do. We had
Yeah,
it one
see?
year. We had it 1 year. We had it 1 year.
Yeah, so ours is just, we call it FET, and we party. So it's the same
So
way. I've
y'all
seen
just
some
like our
videos.
Mardi Gras.
I've
Uh,
seen videos, so it's similar, but it's with
yeah,
our music.
we party 14 days straight. We
Okay,
parade
same
14
thing.
days straight. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we parade
That's what we
14
do
days
too.
straight
In
until
Trinidad, our
Fat.
carnival is 2 weeks, so same thing.
Yeah, and then
Oh, okay.
which is Mardi Gras slash what it is uh Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. Yep.
Y'all, I was Mardi Gras slash Fat Tuesday. Some people say Mardi Gras, some people say Fat Tuesday. It's all the same. And we party 14. We parade 14 days.
Yep. We got all that. Just
So
different
do
names
y'all
for it.
have the balls? Like, do y'all crews have balls? We have Mardi Gras balls where our crews have balls. They go to like either the convention center or the Superdome and have like this ball for the cruise.
We have boat rides that people host themselves.
Right.
So
And now
not
that's what our
some people will have like formal events and stuff like that.
that is
But
like us.
yeah, it's similar.
It's
It's
just
very, very
different.
similar. I
Yeah.
think you guys own is more organized, I think, because
Yes.
it's cultural
Yeah,
as
it's
far
culture.
as,
It's
but
like
ours
I
people
was
just
like
plan stuff and throw it.
it just go.
Oh,
I was more of they have to organize the cruise. The crews have to get together. They have to set up the parade route. We have a parade
Hmm.
route like we have the bands in between the floats and they decorate the floats and it's
Yeah,
like this
y'all is
whole
more
ordeal.
organized.
Even
We
at
just get
night
out in the
we have
streets and party. We just party the streets. Yeah.
I need to go where
Yes.
you at because I ain't never had none of that. None of it. Mm-mm.
oh baby, she gonna be all right.
Yes, it's so much fun.
I need to get out. I keep saying I want to come to Miami. I stayed in Florida and Orlando, but I never been
Oh
to
no,
Miami.
that's different. Miami
I
is
never
definitely
been to
different.
Miami either. I've been to what it is, Pensacola.
Yeah, that's all up north. We just moved to Miami to Florida 2 years ago. We were living in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
And this came like our last stop for us. My family and I, my husband just retired from the Navy, 21 years. Um, so we wanted to get out of Virginia, get out the cold, and we wanted to go somewhere that it's easy for us to go back and forth to the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Because flying out of Virginia was ridiculous for us. So
Mm-hmm.
we said we need to find a spot where we can just jump on a plane and go home when we want to. So
Mm-hmm.
this is it for us. We're not far from the airport. Whenever we need to go, we're out.
Mm-hmm. You
But
said
that's
21 years. You don't even look like you 21. What's going on? What?
Oh,
What?
I wasn't around for all 21 years.
Oh,
but
No,
black.
we've only been married
You should tell her
9
black
years.
don't cray.
Okay.
Black do not cray.
No, we've been married for 9 years.
oh, okay. That's cool. I'm
Black
just saying
don't
she
crack,
didn't look like
sis.
she was. It don't. She looked good for be 21.
So Isha, not to get off our culture story, which we talk about a lot here on this show, but tell
Mm-hmm.
us your definition of sisterhood. What do you define sisterhood as?
Sisterhood can be on different scales. So my sisterhood where is my one-on-ones with my customers. It starts with they find me like Kim did through an ad,
Mm-hmm.
or you find me on Instagram, and then after you make your purchase, these women come back to me and oh my gosh, I love it, and they send me pictures of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it starts.
Uh-huh.
So my sisterhood is my community of women that's in my DMs. We talk, some of them we talk every other day, some of them we talk once every couple months, and they'll just pop in like, hey, look at my beat. And I think that's just it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just the fact that they feel comfortable coming to me and telling me their progress. This morning, I was talking to a girl. She was a customer last year. She doesn't buy all the time, but she is comfortable to come and share with me her pregnancy pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like that's what it's about. Like she's like, I'm not even wearing any beads, but I just wanted to show you how big I am. And this morning, like me and one of my employees, we were talking about it. Like it's just amazing because she's sending me these pictures of herself while pregnant. She's not wearing any beads. She's just sharing her experience with me. That is a sisterhood. The fact that you can come to
Yes.
me and feel
Yes.
comfortable to say,
Yes.
Look at me. I can't wear my beads now, but I want to share this with you. And I told her to
Mm-hmm.
keep me posted. Like, I cannot wait. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
have so many IG auntie cousins, little baby sisters.
Yes.
I have a
Yes.
grandma that I talk to every now and then, help her get
Mm-hmm.
herself together. It's like, that's it for me. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have any like groups, because I don't like the group thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just me connecting with these different women all over the world, because I have one that's in Canada that I talk to all the time. Like, that's it for me. Just connecting, building that connection. I don't know you from Eve, but we're gonna talk. And
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be about my business.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times some
Mm-hmm.
women come to me and they feel like the only thing that they can talk to me is about business. And I
Mm-hmm.
always kind of like shift it. So tell me, what's going on with you? How you got,
She did that.
how's
She
life
did.
treating you?
She
One
did.
girl I got, we talk about her issues with her ex-boyfriend, like, because she needs somebody to talk to. But I have to
Mm-hmm.
break that ice in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
let them know I'm not all business. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't hold on to it. I don't That's my main thing, is I don't hold on to anybody's stress or whatever. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
matter of listening, being that ear. You tell me
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, I'm gonna give you some words of encouragement, and I'm gonna check on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just it for me. Like, I love that. Hearing
Right.
Mm-hmm.
everyone's different stories, the things that we go through, the things that we've been through. Everyone has a story to tell, and a lot of times we don't have anybody to tell it to.
True.
And then
That is that's true.
some of us have stories are the same. Our stories are the same. Some been through domestic violence, some been through this, some been through a bad
Yeah.
relationship. And that's why it's important as us as females, we link together because we just never know how much we have in common. And we have a whole lot in common, whether we purple, black, green, or yellow. We have so much in
Yes.
common.
True.
And sometimes we gotta
Mm-hmm.
look behind. I have a friend, she's white. And hell, me and some have so much in common. Like, it was scary. Like, our birthdays the same day, we the same age, we love the same color. Like, it was
Yeah.
scary to find another
See?
person as unique, but y'all all have something in common. So it's important that I feel like it's important that we need to bring the sisterhood together because we just never know who have what
Mm-hmm.
and who been through what to help the next person
Mm-hmm.
and to
Absolutely.
give that next sister some encouragement. Like you don't know the lady, but you was like, hey, what's going on in your life? You opened the door for her
Mm-hmm.
to feel comfortable to say, let's talk. And that's what I've been challenging people. Hit a light and support a sister. We gotta support one another. We can't keep bringing each other down. We have to uplift each other right now,
Mm-hmm.
especially the time
Absolutely.
and days that we are in now.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Be
And I think
kind to everyone.
that's what I deal with too. Is a lot of them, they're scared, or they become scared
Hmm.
because they feel like, oh, if I'm going to talk to you, then I have to buy something. And it's like,
Right,
no, you don't have to. It's not all about that.
right.
Yes, this is my source of income. Yeah, I got to keep the lights on, but it's
Mm-hmm.
more to it. A lot of times people just want to be heard, and that's what I keep
That listening,
myself
yeah,
open to. Some of them, I give them my business telephone number. They'll text me, keep in contact with them because I lose them in my DMs. But it's just to have that connection. Like, I have a list in my notes that I have certain ones that I check in with quarterly, like, hey, how's it going? You don't have to buy
Mm-hmm.
anything. I just want to know that you're okay, because we
Mm-hmm.
go through so much and we don't tell people. I've dealt with this myself, but I have
Mm-hmm.
the most amazing support system, which is my husband, where, because we are so meshed with each other now, if I got something going on, he sees it on my face and he's just like, okay, let's fix it. But then what about the women that don't have that?
right.
That have people that they think that are in their circle for that, and they're really not, because there's some people, you tell them what's going on with you and they turn around and use your story and go tell somebody else. So
Right.
what about those women? What about the women
Yeah.
that don't have anyone
Mm-hmm.
at all, or the women that
Hmm.
are caregivers for loved ones, family, and they keep going all day long? They wake up and they got to constantly take care of somebody
That's
else, even if
me.
it's their
That's
child.
me. Yeah.
See? What
Hmm.
about you? What about people like you? Are you telling someone, or just checking in with somebody like, I'm okay today? I woke up with a smile. Today's going to be a great day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have somebody that checks in on you like that. And I love that. That's why I post on my page, yes, I'll post my customers. Yes, I'll post sales and inventory and stuff. But I noticed that just posting now little quotes, affirmations,
Yes.
yes, people are sharing and comment on it, but it's mindset again. It's that takeaway. If I post an affirmation, I am grateful for waking up today. Imagine how many people are reading that and telling themselves, wow, I am grateful for waking up today.
Right, and that's
Because
what
that's
I've
what
been
it's
doing. Like
about.
I do my little reels, and in some of my reels, hey sis, how you doing today? Like, and it's crazy because I will put these reels out, and they like get 1,000 views because now I'm like, do we have a lot of people that's going through this depression, that's sad, that's unhappy, and you just never know who that's touching. So it makes you get up. Now it's like a thing that I get up and do it even before I do my other daily inspirational things, So it because you just never know who's out there. And like you said, it's somebody
Correct.
out
To
there
hear it.
that don't have the support like we may have. Because they're scared because you have people that will befriend you and say, hey, I'm your friend, but they're all the while want to use you. So that put women's back into that thing of I'm scared. I'm not gonna open up to you because I've been burnt. And me myself personally, I have had that happen to me. A lady befriended me and wanted to be my friend, but all the while, she was trying to get information, which all you have to do is ask because it's not that serious. Information is not that serious. If I can help you, I'm gonna help you.
Right.
You
Mm.
know. So,
You felt some type of way about that?
huh?
It was all up in here. You felt some type of way
Oh,
about that?
Yeah, I felt some type
like
of way
this.
about that.
You and
That anger came
you're
out.
entitled to, you're entitled to
Yes.
feel that way.
And
And
especially when
that
you know
that is
you.
it's amazing that you do that because like you said, you don't know who you're touching, who you're reaching, whose life you're saving for that day just by sharing those affirmations. You may not get anything monetary from it. You may not get a bunch of DMs or whatever. But you don't know who at that moment is reading it and probably got tears in their eyes. You don't know. So just having that impact, one thing they always say, consistency is key. That goes across the board for
Yes,
anything.
it
You
does.
being consistent like that, doing that, Erica, you don't know whose life you're saving at this very moment that's watching that reel from yesterday,
Exactly.
today, or a week
Mhm.
ago, going back and watching all of your reels and saying, oh my gosh, I needed this.
It's
This is
sometimes
keeping me
like
from going over the
a
ledge.
lady was like, she said, one of the reels I did, she left me a message. She said, I'm just crying because how you know I felt like that? I was like, well, damn, I didn't know you was feeling like that. But
See?
it's just them the kind of things that keep you going. Even when you're not feeling motivated to do it, you always think about that one person that say, this made me felt
Right.
like this. I felt X, Y, and Z when I heard you say this. So it kind of keeps me motivated to go on, even when I was in my darkest days, but it keeps you going to help the next person, to get the next person out of that rut, whether it's a girl or a boy, because we
Right.
have guys that go through their own little things. So I'm glad to do it because, like you said, we just never know who's listening at that moment.
Right.
And that's my thing now too, is being my authentic self. Like I've dealt with so many issues physically. Like I used to beat myself up about my body before I had my two kids. And just even now, last night I was like fussing at my husband. I'm like, dang, he showed me a picture from 2 years ago. And I was like, I used to be able to wear jeans 2 years ago. Now I can't wear jeans no more. He's like, so what? These are the things that we have to look in. I had issues with my skin. I used to put on a crap ton of makeup and have all these
Right.
filters. I don't even care anymore because now it's like giving someone else that hope. Like, okay, I can go outside and not have to worry about how somebody feels about my face. Because guess what? It's my face. If you got a problem with it, keep walking. Or my body. I'm gonna wear the clothes that I want to wear. I personally might not like how I feel in it, but I have to grow into it and I have to make myself feel better over time. And I think that's taken years for me. My youngest is 5. So it's been 5 years, in the works for me to learn that it is what it is. Either I do something about it or I don't. Right now, at this moment, I just embrace it for what it is. This morning, I was struggling to put on some pants, but guess what? I switched to put on some tights. Why? Because that's the only thing that fits. Oh, well. It is
I'm
what it
still
is.
cute
Like,
enough.
Come on. Right.
Yeah.
like it's no
Yes.
reason to get emotional and go crazy
Right.
about it. You just do. And my husband taught me that because there were plenty of times like we were going out and I'm like, oh my gosh, the outfit I really wanted to wear didn't fit. And what we do, we run over to the store and grab something that does fit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just you just have to put yourself in that position to understand
Mm-hmm.
and appreciate where you are at that
At
very
that time.
moment
Mm-hmm.
and use that. Don't
Mm-hmm.
keep going
Mm-hmm.
over and over every day and beat yourself up about it, but use that as motivation. Like, you know what? Maybe I do need to do something about it. Maybe I do need
Mm-hmm.
to work on myself. The things that I
Mm-hmm.
can control, let me fix that so I can feel better. Even if it doesn't drastically change, at least I feel good knowing that I'm doing something that makes me feel
Right.
better.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And being your
That's the word.
being your natural self is always. I don't wear makeup myself. I hate heels. I hate heels. I do not like
Okay.
heels. I do not like to
Me
wear a
neither.
dress because I set so bad. So give me a pair of jeans and a shirt and some flip flop, baby. I'm beautiful. I don't care what you
You
think,
good.
but I'm good. I'm good.
I
I
love
don't want
it.
to be like some girls be
It's
all tight up in
crazy.
those girdles and all that. I don't want to be all tight. I don't want to be all tight and uncomfortable.
I
I don't want
ain't
to do
got
all that.
time.
No,
Mm-mm.
I want to be comfortable. I want to be me, and me is unique. Me is Erica. Sometimes
Crazy.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
call. I don't even comb my hair. Sometimes if I don't have my braids in, I don't comb my hair, and I'll take a whole picture smiling with my big because I got a big old afro. So it's like I want to show other girls that you can still
Be
be
beautiful.
beautiful without the
Yes.
makeup or without your
Yes.
hair braid. Like
Mm-hmm.
show who you are. Sometimes give the people the raw you. I like showing the raw Erica because I don't want you to look for the pretty Erica all the time because I'm not gonna give you that all the time. I might give you
Mm-hmm.
the
And then
raw
that's the
Erica.
expectation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
And that's the thing. I think now with the way social media has became where most women all look the same. So that's what they expect, especially when they find people,
Mm-hmm.
at a high tier. They say, oh, well, why she don't have this? Why she ain't got that? Why she don't look
Right.
like this? Well, because everybody doesn't have to look that way.
Right. We
And
all don't have to look there.
exactly. So it is something that I think everybody fights with because they'll always say, "Oh, unfollow those people that you don't like or that look a certain way that you don't that it's
Mm-hmm.
unmotivating or might make you feel away." But at the end of the day, we're still gonna follow those people. But it's once again mindset. It's how you look at that person. You can say, "Oh, she cute," and keep on scrolling and let it not
Mm-hmm.
impact you. There's a difference where some women will follow these girls because I call
Mm-hmm.
them girls because a lot of them are younger, but we'll follow them and like, oh my gosh, her body's so nice. Look at her
Right. I
boobs, look at
want.
her hips,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
messes you up. But
It
then
does.
you have to tell
Yes.
yourself, I can look at these women, praise her, and keep
Mm-hmm.
swiping
Right, and
and
still give her
keep
a compliment
swiping
because she's a sister. Give her a compliment. Oh, she beautiful.
and let it go.
But like you said, keep
Mm-hmm.
going.
And just let it go. So that's why I have been showing up as my authentic self now. I never used to put myself out there as a face of my brand. I never used to like show myself. And now it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, it is what it is. I'm gonna get up in the morning, I'm gonna take a selfie, or I'm gonna put my kids, like this morning we was all in a video, whatever. And I'm just gonna keep it is what it is. That's me. And now I'm starting to appreciate, understand that now my followers are loving that. Like
Right.
when I post myself, like they're, oh my gosh, hey, you're so cute, you're so beautiful. And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Like, so now it's not just something I hear at home, it's something that I'm hearing from people I don't even know.
Right.
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 And now it's like even this morning, I'm like, oh, should I put on makeup for this interview? And I'm like, nah,
Not doing makeup.
not doing it. Not doing it. I wear it very rarely, but if I'm not wearing it on social media, I'm not gonna change it
Right.
for an
Right.
interview. I I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Right. Right.
That's
We
cool.
don't either. We don't either at all. I'm thankful that I just, wipe my face. Okay. And put this
And
on.
keep it going.
Yes.
And keep it moving. Because we still,
Yes.
at the end of the day, no matter how you are and what you look like and what you
Yeah.
have, I think you're still beautiful. I'm
Thank
beautiful. You're beautiful. my good co-host, she's fabulous. We gonna
Yes, you are gorgeous.
so, and all that plays a part. And sometimes, some of us have insecure problems, and we got to
Mm-hmm.
get past those insecure things too. Because at once upon a time, and Kim tell me a lot of times, like me and Kim been together, it's a lot of stuff that she didn't even know that I dealt with, like insecure myself, my weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a plus size girl, but I dealt with that insecure. But good thing I had two guy friends as best friends that we went
Mm-hmm.
through high school, elementary to high school together. I was like, girl, you fat and with the person. Like, girl, come on here.
Right.
It was always that motivation. So we have to
Mm-hmm.
I
keep
love
we
that.
have to
Mm-hmm.
keep motivating each other and uplifting each other as
Yes.
much as possible as we can, because we have
Yes.
so many people dealing with depression, suicide.
And you don't even know it.
Right
And,
there.
it's not like they wear it on their face or like they
Mm-hmm.
say on their sleeve, like you
Mm-hmm.
don't know it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
been my thing too lately. It's like I'll pick a hashtag and just not just for marketing, I'll go in and try to find new customers. But when I see something, I'm gonna comment. Like if you are beautiful in your picture or you're gorgeous, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you if your hair is cute. I'm gonna tell you because we need these things. And a lot of people don't realize a lot of people get so nervous to comment on people's pictures. Like, I don't know if y'all
Mm-hmm.
are have your Instagram pages are businesses, but you can see the insights when
Mm-hmm.
people actually see your post, but they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I hate when it's like 5,000 people see your post, but only
One
a
like it.
third of that will like it, or
Yeah.
Probably one out of
Yeah.
those
10% would even leave a
100,000.
comment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like
It's
we have
okay.
to
I mean,
break that.
yeah, we have to, and at what point, like it's just
Mm-hmm.
you get to the point of frustration of, you try to help women, and then you look back and one woman do something and it's like, fuck, I don't want to do that. Like,
Right.
it gets to that point because you're trying to break the mold of
Mm-hmm.
downing the next lady, downing the next female. We want to be uplifting one another. Stop downing
Mm-hmm.
us. We
Yeah.
we have to uplift one another. So
True.
I think this has been a real good conversation. But before we
Yes.
leave, I want to
Yes.
ask you, doing your business, opening your business, and what's one thing about your business that makes you smile, that makes you happy to say I did it, even though you may have went through some ups and downs in the business. But what is that one thing that makes you happy about your business?
My customers. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't that's just it. I don't have perfect sales days. I have days plenty of times I'm like, oh, is this gonna pay for payroll? Is this gonna keep the
Mm-hmm.
lights on? But
Mm-hmm.
what always does it for me is anytime I put myself and I feel like, oh my gosh, I didn't make enough for the day, it's like somehow I always get a random DM or a random review with a woman telling me how she felt.
Mm-hmm.
You impacted me.
Mm-hmm.
Your your wasties, just putting them on made me feel better today.
Yep.
Like that's it for me. That like
Yep.
that's it.
If it's
That's
just
all
one
I
lady
need is
you
that
say it's
confirmation.
good.
That's
Yep.
it.
You did what you come to do if you only say one person. So I totally get that.
So
Rocks with that.
before we leave, Esha, you have anything to say to our sisters that's positive? What you have to say to our sisters out there before we close out?
Just be you. Be authentically you. Don't show face for nobody. It takes time. Yes, it does, but you just gotta show up for yourself. Do something that
Mm-hmm.
makes you happy. F the masses. Just
Mm-hmm.
be you, sis.
They
It'll
you.
be worth it. Even if
Yes.
it requires you to get up in the morning and put on some eyelashes, draw on your eyebrows, and just smile. Keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
just make it simple and keep doing it, and just take it one step at a time. And put yourself first, because that's my biggest thing. Like we said with you, Erica,
Mm-hmm.
take care of everybody else. Give
Mm-hmm.
yourself that moment. That little piece of moment just does it every day. Just find a moment, whether it's like read a book or write in a journal. Just take that moment
Mm-hmm.
for yourself every day and show that appreciation to you and the things that you accomplish every day.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Come on with that word today. Sorry.
Good co-host, you have something?
And she was on like, yes, we need a team. She has all the encouragement. Cause she, you see, I felt, I'm be honest, I fell down a little bit today. I fell down a little bit today. And, you know, sometimes you just wake up and you're like, okay, am I going to take a shower? I'm just going to throw on something just to go on down here.
Right.
And I was like, no, let me go and take a shower. Let me at least wash my face.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And me and Erica was talking, you know, and then here you come, and I'm like, okay. And it's just so uplifting. And just to hear you talk, it's like soothing. So, you know, that little funk I was in, girl, I'm ready to go out here and conquer the world now.
Yes,
I
that's
love
the
it.
Yes.
goal.
I'm about to go out here and do something. Nothing, but I'm about to go do something.
Nothing.
But I'm about to go do something though. Mm-hmm.
Just
Definitely.
make
And
you want to put
that's
your
what it's
cape on,
about.
huh? Put your
Yes.
Superman cape on, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And
Yes.
that's what it's about. You
And
just have
fly
to
Yes.
right in the
give yourself
kitchen.
the vibe.
I did something, okay? I did it.
You picked up the broom for
Just-
that.
But I
You
did
did it
it.
though.
I did it. Okay. I did
You
it.
did it.
Yeah.
So I want to say to all my ladies out there that's sitting, that may be watching this, love yourself. We have to love ourselves. We have to keep motivating ourselves and stop looking for other people to say you're beautiful. You can always say that yourself in the mirror. And y'all might say I'm crazy, but sometimes I'll just be naked in the mirror and say I'm beautiful.
Yes. Uh-huh.
You have to
That's
love
what it
who
is.
you are.
You have to tell it to yourself. You have to believe
I
it.
love that little
Yes.
roll on the side. The little left roll is cute. You know, I love
It
it.
may not have always been there, but I'm loving her.
Yeah, you know,
Right. Right.
she
Right.
brings some sense to my
Yeah.
life sometimes.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so yes, you know, we have to say that. So, sis, even if you just look in the mirror, just say I'm beautiful or I'm worth it. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to just keep
Yes.
uplifting ourselves. So that's my thing. And I just want to say thanks, Esha, for taking your time on this Friday
Yes.
evening to spend it with
Yes.
us.
Yes.
No.
What I was
Thank you
crazy
for
behind,
having
what I was a little
me.
crazy behind, but that's all right. Like I said, once you cross through the door,
Yes.
you no more friends. You family.
Yeah.
You
We
done sat on
family
the
now.
you done sat on the sofa. So guess what? You might be the cousin.
Okay, cousin. I'm
cousin.
okay.
she just
No, thank
she done took
you.
a
Thank
seat
you
on the
so much for
sofa.
this.
Cousin.
This was a lot of fun, cousin. I'm happy. I'm glad. You know, just like anything, even if one, two women come watch this, like this is for you. You was meant to be here. You was meant to sit here
Thank
and
you.
watch this just to get all of this goodness. Like it's for
All of
Mm-hmm.
the
you.
goodness.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, it's for
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yes.
You
That
definitely
is
got to
true.
work on your mindset. It's
Mm-hmm.
possible. And
Yes, it
like you
is.
said, like look in the mirror, tell yourself you're beautiful. Don't wait for somebody to tell you that. You
no.
tell
Right.
yourself that, sis. You say, I am
Yes.
beautiful. You know, it makes a world of a difference. Those
It
It
does.
affirmations
does. It
definitely
does.
help.
Come
And you
on with
got to
that.
keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
I am
Ooh, that was
beautiful.
good. Ooh,
That was
that was
good.
good.
So
Ooh,
I
girl.
want to
Mm-hmm.
say happy Friday to everyone. I hope everyone have a great weekend and
Fabulous
keep
weekend.
a fabulous weekend, as my co-host said. I'm your girl, author Erica, and I have my fabulous co-host Kim with me, author Kim with me, and you guys do something tonight to love yourself and take care of people around you and know that you're not alone. We're here with you, and we all gonna get through this together. Have a good night. Peace.